So I've got a ton of great information from today's courtside report. It's your boy Shake with some more NBA 2K22 news. There's a lot to cover, so let's dive right into this. So first up, let's talk about current gen. That's the PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Some of you guys already know this, but for the first time ever, players will set sail on a neighborhood that moves. This is a huge cruise ship. There's several decks. Take a look at some of this footage. The ship is constructed with 5 tiers, starting in the lobby on deck 4. When you're ready to settle in, you take the elevator to deck 8. This is where your MyCareer, Pro-Am games, and team practice facility is located. You still get daily rewards. As you work your way through the ship, you'll find Ante Up, the game room, restaurants, daily pick'em, and the daily spin on deck 14. On deck 15, that's where you'll have the 2v2, 3v3, and Gatorade training facility. On deck 16 is where you're gonna find the 3v3 courts, even a 5v5 court with park rules. And this is surrounded by a lazy river called the Moat. This is giving me 2K16 vibes. And lastly, we have season excursions. The crews will dock at many locations this year. Seasons will serve as a gateway for exciting new excursions, where you'll visit tropical and recognizable locales each season. So if you're on current gen, as you can see, it's still gonna be an amazing year. I'm planning on being on both next gen and current gen. I will have a build on the PS4 and the PS5. So now for next gen, there's a whole lot of bullet points. I'm gonna try to cover as much as possible so you don't actually have to read the full courtside report. It says MyCareer is no longer like a movie and it is more like an interactive adventure. Your MyPlayer's name is MP, as we guessed. He's a high school star, moved to the city with his best friend Ricky Bennett, who's also his business manager. Apparently you're a man of many talents. You don't want to just be a basketball star, you also want to get into fashion and music. In this year's MyCareer, you'll progress through the story any way that you feel like. They say it's much less linear and much more of an open experience. You can build up your draft stock through college, the G League, pickup games, training sessions, interviews, and more. The choices you make have heavy consequences, some leading you down different paths and different experiences altogether. It plays like an open world RPG, so no longer are you just waiting and watching from cutscene to cutscene. Instead, you choose who to talk to and each connection triggers unique interactions. So it sounds like if you make different MyPlayers, you might have a different experience for each MyPlayer. They even have music and fashion storylines that you can pursue only if it sparks your interest. 2K will also be keeping track of everything you do on and off the court. Your actions and decisions influence your personal brand, and your personal brand dictates what off-court opportunities are available to you. So it's definitely worth following someone's MyCareer to see what different things take place. The ultimate goal is to become the MVP of the city. MVPs unlock a penthouse apartment, quick access to affiliation courts, and more. And you're not being forced to just play the city in order to become an MVP. You can play the city, the NBA only, or a little bit of both. They made some massive upgrades to the city. It's all new and improved. They've added interiors that you can seamlessly enter and exit without any load screens. I was told that if you go into a store, you can still see your friends on the outside of the door in real time, still walking around on the outside. There's a bunch of new locations for everyone you interact with in the city. So you'll run into underground rappers, reporters, former MyPlayers, NBA stars, and more. And they'll be adding additional people for you to run into every season. If you ever have the problem where you jump on 2K and you're not exactly sure what you want to do to get the most VC or XP to rep up, now they have daily quests to help you out with that. You get 5 new daily quests every day, and the rewards are VC, XP, personal brand points, MVP points, exclusive gear, and more. And the cool thing about this is that because you did these quests, you're gonna have different things that other people won't. So even if you haven't played 2K all day, you might want to just get online and try to knock out some of your daily quests. Seasons will also refresh the look and feel of the city. There will be new court floors, new murals, and of course seasonal changes. We expected that anyway, but my favorite time of year for 2K is to see what they've done to the city during the Christmas holidays. Halloween's pretty dope too, and they always try to do something nice for Thanksgiving, so I look forward to seeing how the city changes and evolves throughout the year. They also have something called the Race of the Week, which we saw in the trailer. And whoever wins the Race of the Week will win 1 million VC. You have to use one of the various vehicles, skateboard, BMX bike, etc. See, this is the reason why I'm coming out the gate with a go-kart or a hoverboard. If I win Race of the Week, I'll get my money back. Throughout the city, we have matchmaking buildings, which I pointed out in my breakdown of the trailer video. These are 24/7 matchmaking modes, so if you go to your affiliation and you don't see a lot of people playing, you can go right into matchmaking. We've got 3v3 player versus player, no squads allowed. So if you want to play a game without dealing with a super team that's been playing together for years, this is the mode for you. Randoms only. There's a lot of people that's going to like this, but there's probably more that are not too happy about it. At times when you're high level, no one wants to play you and it's harder to get games. But if you do run with a squad, there's plenty of places for you to play. I'm pretty sure throughout the city you're gonna find games, even if you have to travel to some of the other parks. They even have 3v3 player versus AI. It says you're gonna be playing against some legends, so this is gonna be a lot like Court Conqueror, but on a daily basis with your friends against the AI anytime you want. And we have 1v1 player versus player. So for any reason, if you're having a hard time finding games and you're the GOAT, you can just go play somebody 1v1 anytime you want. And obviously affiliations are back, but listen to this. They've made a tweak to the XP system, giving you a 20% XP boost for playing games at your home court. So instead of getting a negative 50% loss on every game you play throughout the city like in 21, you get a boost for playing in your affiliation. So this leads me to believe that everywhere else you play is equal rep. So you'll no longer get bored of just playing in your same affiliation all season. They've got some cool events coming, one of which is the Chips of Hoy. It's a weekend challenge where the winning baller takes home 1 million VC. And finally, they're bringing back the Gatorade private courts. They've eliminated the VC charge completely and added the ability to hop on the Gatorade private court whenever you feel like it. This is cool. I thought this was a cool feature from 21. I didn't use it as much as I could have, but it just seemed like a pretty cool place to practice with some friends. Two things I didn't see in this courtside report. One is the rec center. There was no real information about that, nor was there any emphasis on the rec center in the trailer either. So it's either there and it just hasn't changed much, or they just don't want to talk about it, or it's just not there at all anymore. I'm pretty sure Mike Wang and some of the other devs will clear some of that up on Twitter. So stay tuned for some more news. As I get it, I'm gonna share it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Smack that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.